Hey guys, Churches Want to Get Married. I told you I was going to share one of my sources from my book, The Naked Wife, in reference to Iyanla asking Jamila on Dirty Laundry goes viral if she a hoe. Because you're sleeping with the man, you're spending his money, but he don't have your heart, and so are you a hoe? Ho, ho, ho. So if you haven't see that video that I did, be sure to look that up. But I told you guys I had a story like that in my book. That Naked Wife available on Amazon. Run on over to Amazon and pick it up. Sale ends December 31st. If you buy two books, The Naked Wife and 23,000 Guys You Might Meet, you will get my new book free that is coming out in January about dating, not wasting time, being a girlfriend if you want to be a wife. All right, be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, share this out. Okay, so this is on page 118. The day I stopped loving my husband. Of course, these are not my stories. These are wives and divorced wives that I interviewed, about 300 of them. I think only about 200 stories made it in here, or interviewed 200, something like that. And then I just did a compilation of stories. And so my single girls that's dating for marriage, you need this book. And you need the 23 Types of Guys. And if you buy both, you get the free book, the new book coming free. And you need to read this book before marriage because a lot of these stories are red flags. And I'm like, girl, that was a red flag. How did you skip that over? And ladies, sometimes you have to walk away. This is why you need my husband list. This is why, ladies, you need my mentorship program so I can teach you how to date and how to make a husband list and how not to get into a relationship and a situationship and how you need to walk away. Walk away. If he's not it, girl, walk away. All right. So page 118. And it says, the day I stopped loving my husband. I remembered the day I ceased to love my husband, November 17th, in a snowstorm. I had just given birth to twins. All through the pregnancy, I insisted that he take the baby's car seats to the police or the fire station so that they could help him to put them in. He refused and insisted that he could do it. Well, came the day when I was supposed to go home with my twins. After staying 5 days in the hospital, the twins and I were standing outside in the cold, sleet, and snow because the car seat wasn't in. Wasn't right. After about 15 minutes of him struggling with the car seats, I said that I was cold. Who told me to say that? He yelled and screamed at me and cursed me out like I was some whore on the street. Ho, ho, ho. Right in front of the hospital, the security guard came over and asked if everything was okay and walked with the twins back into the hospital lobby. Then he went back and helped my husband with the car seats. Once the car seats were put in, he didn't even come back and get us. The security guard did and asked if I was okay and did I feel safe to go home with him. I told him yes, that my mother was home and we would be okay. All the way home, I cried, and I do not cry easily, but he hurt me. I had just given birth to his children, and they had to cut me open. I spent 5 days in the hospital, and this was the way he treated me. When I got home, I was glad to see my mom, who asked me why I was crying. I told her I was tired, and she took the twins. I went to bed, and that night I grabbed my pillow and held it so close to me as if I was holding my husband. At that moment, my heart stopped beating for him. That day, my heart closed and left, and it will never open for him again. Oh, my body is still here, living under the same roof for my children's sake. But 5 years later, my heart is still gone, and there is no opening for him to re-enter. Isn't that something? Girl, that is just sad. Sad, sad, sad. So Iyanla was right. A lot of women are the naked wife because she asked him, "Tell me your love story." She said, "Well, I wouldn't say it's a love story. We went on a date or two, and then they hang out and fucked a lot. And then she got pregnant, and they talk about what we're gonna do about the baby." And she said, "Well, what's the word? I can't think of the word she used. Terminating it is not an option." He said, "Being a baby daddy is not an option." He was already a baby daddy 4 times, girl. And so she got married because she was pregnant, and it was 7 years before she realized the nice guy was there. So, in my video that I hope you go and watch, who did you marry? And Iyanla said, "I met the sprite little boy, the thug, and the sweet spirit." And come to find out, she said she was married 7 years before she found out that there was a sweet spirit. It's just confusing to me. But ladies, my single girls, the reason why I use a lot of these shows is for people that come over here to want to say I'm judging. My single girls that's dating for marriage, you use the mistakes of others not to make those same mistakes. And I'm telling you, I wish I had enough time to really get down into the nitty gritty of this show, because there was just so much content in there. And a lot of people are living a lie. A lot of causes. This is why I tell everybody, don't your example of marriage is between Christ and the church, because Christ will never mistreat his wife. Okay. And I admire Russell and Sierra because that's like my story, right? I had a child, wanted a good husband, and the Lord blessed me with a good husband, as did her. Had a child, she was messing around with thugs, honey. I never did the thugs. But the Lord blessed her with a good husband. And I was reading on YouTube about was saying something, said there's not enough Russells to go around. It is true. Okay, and then I heard another number that 70% of black women are chronically single and will never get married. So when the angry black woman come over here yelling and screaming, talk about me judging, and I'm like, these are the crazy stuff we need to be mad about. We need to talk about the 70% of women who are chronically single and will never get married. Never get married. 70. So if you line up 100 black women, 70 out of them is never going to get married. And so the reason why, ladies, my young girls that's dating for marriage, and my single ladies that has an ear to hear, thank you for whoever said that, thank you. We use these examples and we say, well, how can I avoid making the same mistake that person made? This is why I think every woman needs to read my girls that's dating for marriage, The Naked Wife, because a lot of these stories and a lot of these examples were red flags that, oh my God, why didn't you pay attention? Okay, I am sure this man in the heart of my life, that's not the first time he's talking to her like that, because there is no way. If my husband talked to me like that, girl, I would be shocked. Why? Because I never saw that when we were dating. And something else my dad said, God, I got so much stuff to write about what my dad said. Make sure you see him angry before you marry him. I might make that the last one. Okay? Because it determines what he's going to do when you get married. Is he going to hit you, slap you, or be like the lady that the husband, the boy, fiance, or boyfriend, whoever, put her on New Jersey Turnpike? And so you need to choose wisely. This is why you need the 23 types of guys you might meet. You need to be able to choose wisely. And a lot of women didn't have fathers, or a lot of us didn't have fathers that were worth their salt to teach us. And so when I say my father said, I'm talking about my father in the faith, not my father, my biological father, okay? Because a lot of people are shocked that, ooh, wait, a Jamaican man talking. I know they don't have it in them. I'm sorry, okay? No, I am 43. I am 43 years old. And those men, that just probably one of the reasons why I never like them. I never was attracted to Jamaican men or wanted to marry one or wanted to date one. I tried. I wasted my 20s dating a lot, trying to like Caribbean men. I never did. So my 20s was a waste. And it wasn't until I met Mr. Rugged. Oh, that man, Mr. Rugged. I just sat there and he just sealed it for me. And I was like, no, this is what I love. I love a man that is educated, well-spoken, well-learned, refined, polished. I don't like all them rough, raggedy, aggressive. Okay, I don't like them. Okay. And so, ladies, you need to know how to choose, and you need to pay attention when you're dating to those red flags, because the red flags you overlook will come back and kick you in your teeth. Okay, so run on over to Amazon, pick up the Naked Wife, my single girls that's staying for marriage, the 23 types of guys. There's lots of different types of guys. You just need to know how to pay attention and how to focus on them. All right, girls. I love you, boo boo. I got to go. I'm gonna be doing the other reading from the Mr. Explanation. Okay, that's the Jamaican guys, where they demand you explain why you're not interested, because they're good men. All right, I love you. I got to go. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about this story in The Naked Wife. Bye, guys. Love you. Mwah.